Okay, everybody, I have to talk about this. I'm so shocked at what I've just seen. There is a viral video going around of a straight, white, cisgendered woman called Stacy. That's so typical that she's called Stacy Williams. Ugh, and she calls herself a TRAD wife. For those who don't know what that means, it's like a traditional homemaker. And she has no idea how dangerous what she's doing is. How dare she set back the movement back to the 1950s? It is the most misogynistic, sexist, racist thing she could ever do by saying that she enjoys staying home and cooking and cleaning and looking after her kids. What the hell? No, do better.
Women are starting to act like women, and feminists are furious about it. The tradwife lifestyle is picking up steam because more and more women are starting to realize that feminism sold them a lie that makes women lonely, miserable, and full of regret later in life. Feminism told men that being a housewife is oppressive and that they needed to compete with men in the office to survive. Not only is this worldview naive, it also turns women into men. You know what women I'm talking about. These are the cold, bitter, and argumentative women. The kind of women who question your every decision, who can't allow you to plan a date without getting involved. Women who try to criticize and control you, sometimes in front of everyone. These women are frustrated because the only men who will put up with their BS are the simpy nice guy beta bobs who are scared of her. It's no surprise that these are the women who end up complaining on TikTok when no man wants to date them. They'll blame men saying, "Where have all the real men gone?" and shame men for preferring effeminate women. The whole time, she'll be dodging accountability and responsibility like a fat positivity activist dodging a salad. But before we go any further, let's check out the comment of the day. Will Martin 7293 said, "Women are not interested in building their own spaces because that would mean there would be no cute guys to flirt with or simps to do their bidding." Well said, my friend. We know women's currency is attention, and they will always need that. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. Now back to the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
Modern feminism says, men should like what we tell them to like, and that's why feminists are doomed to either be alone or with a man with no balls. The reality is, high-quality heterosexual men want to date a woman, not a man. And as shocking as it might seem to a feminist, some women are smart enough to listen to what men want. They know they need a man and aren't ashamed to admit it. Instead of adopting this whole accept me as I am mentality and refusing to change, some women are going back to a time when dating and relationships weren't such a colossal shit show. And it's sparked a civil war in the sisterhood that's only just beginning. But who are these tradwife women and what are they doing that's pissing modern women off so much? A tradwife is a woman who's happy to be a homemaker. She believes in and practices traditional sex roles and marriages because she doesn't believe the feminist BS which claims that being a housewife sacrifices women's rights. In fact, many women who choose to be tradwives today have already had successful careers. They just smartened up when they realized that it was making them miserable and turning off 90% of the men they came into contact with. If 90% of the men are saying no to you, it's not the fault of men. Instead of doing what 90% of modern women do and whine, blame, and play the victim about it, they chose to adapt and adopt a new lifestyle. One that complements a man and allows a woman to play to her strengths. These are the top shelf women who men love to be with. The women you can build a loving, healthy family with. and modern women couldn't be more jealous of them as they drink their third glass of box wine. Modern women hate tradwives. This is hilarious because if these modern women believed in equality as much as they say they did, they would love tradwives for finding what makes them happy. But they don't. Not one bit. The female aggression tactics such as emotional manipulation, reputation destruction, and gossiping you probably experienced in school are on full display. The claws are out and feminists are super pissed. You see, this is how we know that it was never about equality in the first place. The goal was always power, and anything that threatens the power must be exterminated. Modern feminism is a new toxic ideology which operates like a cult because it demands total control and unquestioning support from its followers. Feminism likes to tell itself that it exists for the equality of everyone, but the minute a woman does something that goes against its belief structure, like becoming a housewife, feminists go batshit crazy about it. They're like ants defending the colony.
If you are a traditional woman who's got no pictures on Instagram, who isn't going out all day, every day, who isn't sleeping around and isn't getting lots of surgery, there's no reward in that. You will never find a date. There's no reward in being a traditional good woman anymore.
I'm not a bad writer, but even I can't find the words to express how fucked up I think this woman's beliefs are. And it's not just her. Women are trying to cancel tradwives, which is absolutely insane. Feminism and modern women are allergic to change. They've believed the lies for so long that they refuse to turn back now, even when tradwives say they're much happier, but I'll talk about that in a moment. There's an explanation for this called the sunk cost fallacy. It's what happens when a person finds it increasingly difficult to change something if they've invested time and energy into it. This is why modern women absolutely will not change their minds under any circumstances. If something isn't working, a man will rationally look at the situation and make changes. A woman won't. It's that simple. The tradwife lifestyle directly threatens everything modern women believe. Women who are tradwives usually respect and value the contribution that men bring to the table. When he goes out to work and busts his ass for the family, she's happy to have him come home to a meal and a clean house. Modern women wouldn't happily do that for a man in their wildest dreams. The traditional division of labor, with the woman taking care of the family while the man provides, brought us this far as a society. There's a reason it exists. It's because it works. And a feminist would say, it didn't work. Look at all the problems in society. Look, there are problems in any society. Life isn't perfect and it never will be. But feminism is so ungrateful because it paints Western history as nothing more than a toxic, oppressive patriarchy. A modern feminist talks about how bad it is in this society built by men, while posting about it using a phone designed by men through social media, which is a system built by men. She's also sitting in a warm house built by men using infrastructure built by men and maintained by men. As a society, we've accomplished miraculous things that would have been thought of as magic only 100 years ago. And the basis of that success has been healthy, stable families. The exact healthy, stable families that modern feminism wants to destroy.
This is Ari, Gwendolyn, and Brynnifer. They are in a polyamorous relationship, and they all parent Hazel and Sparrow.
We have a 2-year-old anti-gender baby and a 10-year-old who is non-binary.
They have chosen not to disclose Sparrow's gender.
We don't know it yet. It's something that Sparrow's gonna have to figure out and then tell us.
There's a reason why this approach is controversial, because these people are imposing their ideology onto their children in a way that makes life even more confusing for them. The family structure is meant to provide safety and stability for children, not politically driven chaos. I just hope they've got enough anti-anxiety meds in the bathroom for all of them. Unlike the modern women wokefest, the tradwife movement benefits society and creates healthy, happy children. Some women are waking up and realizing that Western society is crashing and deciding to go back to a time when things made sense. Traditional roles in a marriage are simple, effective, and natural. Men and women have different strengths they bring to the table. But modern feminism says that anything that isn't 100% equal at all times is oppressive. What about the natural inequalities that exist in nature, like the bone density of men compared to women's? Is that because of patriarchy too? The lifestyle that's been pushed onto modern women by feminism does not value men. It's creating a culture that's getting more misandrist and man-hating, where saying things like men are pigs is perfectly acceptable. But saying women are anything will get the woke brigade breaking down your door. And I wish double standards were as bad as it gets. But unfortunately, woke modern feminism is much more destructive than name-calling. It's a species-wide survival threat. I'm not just making things up. The birth rate in Western-influenced society is plummeting so fast that some experts are calling this the most alarming existential threat to humanity. And nobody is taking it seriously. Because wokeism says there are too many people on the planet already, low birth rates are seen as something to be celebrated. Just to be clear, what we're talking about is a mass extinction event, and woke feminism is celebrating it as a victory. Luckily, the tradwife lifestyle is gaining traction, and women are starting to realize how much more they enjoy it than modern feminism.
Why do you feel like submission helps you feel more feminine?
Because I
You don't have to be the alpha female.
yeah, I don't have to. I know that if my finances crashed tomorrow, the house is under control, everything's stable, he provides the stability, and I can fall into my feminine side. I can do more things that I enjoy rather than stress myself out and climb the corporate ladder. I can make dinner at night and provide the feminine touch to the household and focus on being a great mother instead of climbing the corporate ladder.
Seriously, men, that woman is a top-shelf woman in today's society. If every woman were as soft, humble, and caring as her, most of society's problems would vanish. But modern feminism won't go there because they think that a woman choosing to let go of the masculine role in relationships will make her vulnerable. But this is an exaggeration. Some assholes will take advantage of women. But ladies, the vast majority of men are not abusive predators. Modern women will also claim that becoming a homemaker is demeaning to women. Well, ladies, let me ask you something. What's more demeaning? Making a house a home for a family who love and appreciate you, or being shouted at by your male boss for not having the report on his desk on time? And it's not as if you don't ever do any housework anyway. You just work 6 days a week and still need to clean and maintain your apartment. You believe the lies of feminism and campaign to work double what you would have done if you were a stay-at-home mom. Congratulations, you played yourself. You just don't want to cook and clean for a man because feminism told you that men are bad without ever giving you a good reason why. Here's how it works. The man provides stability, utility, and strength. The woman provides peace, comfort, and a home. Why the hell does feminism seem to think this is a bad thing? I've not heard a single good argument for why this arrangement is oppressive and hurts women. All I've ever heard is because it's misogynistic, which is just a way to avoid answering the question. The truth modern feminism doesn't want to accept is that tradwives are happier than modern women. Tradwives aren't trying to compete with men. Their home isn't a battlefield, and their relationship isn't based on conflict, but cooperation. Plus, when a woman lets go of the toxic feminist programming, she realizes something. She actually loves being taken care of by a man who loves her. This is something more women would get to experience if they let themselves. It's far more enjoyable and relaxing to know you've got a man who will take care of you. And if you're a soft, loyal, kind, and caring woman, that's exactly what men will want to do. We're hardwired to protect and provide. If we have a loving family who respects, values, and needs us, we will go out and fight the world to take care of them. But modern feminism has trained women to never depend on a man at any time under any circumstances. Now here's an argument a lot of modern women have towards tradwives. What if he leaves you? What if he cheats on you? What if he can't provide for you? Well, ladies, this is what the courtship process is for.
The time to stress about your man's integrity his character, his intentions, is not when you are married to that person. It is when you are dating that person. From what I have observed, the women who set these backup plans in place for if their husband were to cheat or divorce them are the women who did not stress enough in their dating life. They were really ignorant to certain things. They forgave things they probably shouldn't have forgiven. Therefore, when they got married, that is when they became stressed about the potential of their marriage collapsing. Instead of discouraging women who want to be financially dependent on their husbands, let's encourage and teach women to be smart and map out the person that they are dating to see if that is a potential husband. Let me know if you guys want to see a video on that. Bye!
Modern women will ignore tons of red flags if a guy has a six-pack and earns over six figures. She'll make a ton of poor decisions when it comes to who she sleeps with and choose the bad boys over good men who could provide for her. It's as SD says in the video, if you can't trust the man you're with, it's because you didn't know how to date properly. You do know that the dating phase isn't just for hooking up and having fun, right? It's for finding a life partner. But what if something tragic happens and the woman is left with her kids and no provider? Well, this is one of the roles of men, to set things up to ensure she and the kids are provided for even if he's gone. That's why we have things like health insurance in the first place. But I'll admit, there is one serious downside to being the husband of a trad wife, and here it is.
Alright guys, I know a bunch of y'all men been looking for your traditional woman, your stay-at-home housewife, but I gotta warn you something they never told me. I came home earlier today from work, had a little time, she's out shopping. Look what I come home to see sitting here on the counter. Look at this. I've been working out every day. I've been hitting the weights. I got an actual visible six-pack, and she's expecting me to come home with cookies the size of my damn head. Look at this stuff, man. You can't stay in shape like that. Look what I gotta deal with here. You gotta think long and hard. You really want a traditional housewife? Or do you want some kind of modern woman who's gonna leave you hungry so you can make your own damn cookies and food?
You might struggle to stay in shape because you'll be eating delicious food regularly from a woman who appreciates you. I know, misogynistic, right? As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.